Well guys, I'm back. You probably didn't think that it would take me this long to say that. Hey guys, it's erboi, and you're probably asking the question that this video is titled. Am I really going back to roast videos? Well, the answer is yes and no, because the truth is 97% of the views on this channel came from one video where I roasted someone relentlessly for pretty much lying to their immense subscriber base on this incredible platform of YouTube. And if there's anything that you know about that video in particular, it's that when I filmed it, I was sitting on this exact couch. From here on out, we can nickname it the roasting couch. And while I will say that what I am talking about today is slightly related to roasts, it isn't entirely what you think it is. So I've done some thinking, and I do have a lot of viewers that like the fact that I have the balls to go up to channels a lot bigger than me and tear them down. And to be honest, I enjoy that myself. Although even I will admit that in my JR Garage video, I got extremely carried away because the relationship of my hatred was way more than personal. And even though I could solidly say that I still dislike his channel, I will admit that I think that everybody deserves a fair chance and that YouTube should allow people to express themselves in the creation of their content. So even when I'm being a little bit of a miscreant and completely tearing people down, I do think I should have some decency to at least look at the upsides of the channels that I am roasting. And because of that, I got a brilliant and revolutionary idea. How about I review car YouTube channels? Now this idea came to me when Doug DeMuro, another famous car YouTuber, made his new car rating system called the Doug Score. And what it has is 10 different categories with 10 points per category in order to give a car a score out of 100 to rate it against other cars. And I'm going to do the same thing with YouTube channels, although I have slightly different categories. Now the first category on my list is content, because the reason why people watch and subscribe to YouTube channels is because of what they upload. And I do think that it is the most important out of everything when you really think about it, because what is the YouTuber beyond the videos that they make? My second category is realness, and this is what I define as the transparency between the uploader and the viewer. Now, I feel like this is a very important quality for a YouTuber to have because, to be honest, whenever someone watches a YouTube video, they do care about what the uploader is thinking. So whenever they can be assured that whatever the uploader is saying is the truth and that it's verified by solid facts, then it means that they can have a more personal relationship than if they just say things that aren't even true. Now the third category is intelligence, and naturally intelligence is imperative for survival. And especially on YouTube, and in how creators present themselves in videos, I do think that it's important to note when there are people who are willing to do things that are completely idiotic for the sake of views. The fourth category is filmmaking skill, because of course if you're going to be on a site about video sharing, you naturally need to have some skill in making videos. Now 5 are affiliated channels, because the more YouTube grows, the more channels become brands. And as channels become brands, they have sub-channels, partnered channels, so on and so forth. And basically when it comes down to it, if you're going to have your channel be a brand, you might as well be presenting good content from every which way. Now the sixth category is trend whoring, because if there is one thing that has really degraded YouTube in my opinion, it's people chasing after stupid internet trends just to drum up clicks when they could actually be producing regular content that people would much rather watch than some pandering bullshit. Now the seventh category is hate management, because there are a lot of YouTubers out there who want to silence their communities because they can't handle a bit of criticism. And that's something that I definitely want to go over, because not every single YouTuber out there is accepting of the fact that they may have flaws in his or her work. The eighth category is social media, because every single YouTuber out there has social media. Now the ninth category is fan support, because if there is one thing that can make a YouTube channel strong, it's about having a community of fans that are willing to support the creator, and a creator that's willing to support the fans. So as long as there's a strong relationship there, a YouTuber is good in my book. And naturally, since we're going over car YouTubers, the 10th and final category is driving skill, because what good is a car YouTuber when anytime they get a car, they crash it, or do something really dumb that could be easily avoided if they just knew how to turn the wheel. But now that I've lectured all of you guys to death on all the different categories I have for my channel reviews, you're probably wondering, which channel am I going to review first? Well, in order to demonstrate to you guys how the system is going to work, the first channel we're going to review is a little one called erboi. Now it's time for fan mail. Hey guys, you already know who it is, and welcome to the very first episode of Fan Mail with erboi. So I'm really excited to hold the very first piece of fan mail that I've ever received, and I just want to give a big shout out to Mike J, who had to send this to me twice because I literally put a typo in my P.O. Box address in the description down below. So if you want to send something, go right ahead, and hopefully the same mistake doesn't happen. So definitely go down to the comments below to see his comment, which I have so kindly pinned since he was so patient in sending this to me twice. But guys, I have not peeked in this at all. I haven't even shook it to figure out what's inside. I'm really anxious to figure out what's inside, and I already have my X-Acto knife and everything necessary. But I just want to tell you guys one thing before I open this. So if you guys don't already know from all of my obvious plugins, I have a sticker for sale. And I do have to admit that even with free shipping, it might be too expensive for what it is. And because of that, to help you guys out, especially for the 4th of July week, I have the Patriotic Rice Sale. And of course, since I'm appropriately filming this on the day of 4th of July with my red, white, and blue Nismo flag and my red, white, and blue clothes, I am now telling all of you guys that that very same sticker is for sale for $3 with free shipping and handling internationally. So no matter where you are, if you want that sticker, it's yours for $3 for this week only. And now that I'm done with that plugin, let's open the box. I'm really curious to see what's inside. I don't know if it's like a car part. Could be a joke. That would be the ultimate prank. Time for the moment of truth. Got some paper inside. Good, safely packed. Alright, first thing we got are some Hot Wheels. Now you guys have to see my Hot Wheels collection. But this right here looks to be an NSX. And to be honest, I actually like the new NSX. So Street Beat 717, you could suck it. You know, I just realized that I sort of had the address on this flap, so I'm gonna blur that out for you, Mike J. It's alright, man. Also in here, he has a picture of his cars in his garage, a Fiat 500 Abarth, and a Mustang GT. And to be honest, I really like the blue and yellow because those were actually the colors of my middle school. Truthfully, I am pretty jealous of that garage setup. It looks great, man. No. No way. Dude got me a radar detector. How do you know me so well? You know, this is actually a good one. I remember that my dad had something like this too, a Cobra one. Well, thanks. I'm definitely going to install this, man. And that's not all. Ooh. Got some signs. Another sign? No. Okay. And there's another sign? Okay. These are all going up. And a personalized envelope. Seriously, for a first-time box of fan mail, 110%. You know, actually I'd give it 120%. This is so nice, really. Hey there, Robert. I was going to send you a few cans of Plastidip, LOL. Here are a few signs for you to put in your garage. And a radar laser detector for your car. I have one in every car. Please use it with caution. These detectors have saved me many times. I'm a car guy and came upon your channel, and you seem interesting and funny. Enclosed is a picture of my rides. You're a younger YouTuber, different from the norm. I hope your channel takes off well with many subs. I thought about YouTube channel as well, LOL, but maybe one day. I'm in the process of looking for another car, a Honda S2000, LOL, but it's hard finding one local in Arizona. They either want too much money or many miles or both, or a mess that needs a lot of work. If no luck in finding them, we'll probably go with the second choice of a Nissan 350Z. Smiley face, red. In 2006, I had a Honda Civic Si, red. It was a fun car. I should have never traded it, LOL. I'm waiting for the new Si to come out in 2018. My cousin has a 2016 WRX, drives nice, but my Abarth 500 still sounds better. I'm a bit older than you are. I've had many cars in my life, but I find that Abarth 500 is the most fun new car for under $22K that I've owned, LOL. Well, enjoy your summer. Hope you stay in school. Shit, if you don't live so far away, you could review my cars, LOL. Till next time, man. Peace out. You know, I have to say, for a first ever box of fan mail, that's impressive. You may not see all the pauses that I've been having between the things that I've said, but I'm just amazed, you know, for someone to put a personalized letter on 4 entire note cards, and to send that much stuff, and to ship it to me twice. That's honestly really mind-blowing. And I'll tell you guys, if I ever go on tour, if I ever go to other states, I'm definitely stopping in Arizona. And also, good luck with finding a new car, Mike J, and I really hope that you can look at a 350Z, because that is one of my dream cars, even though it's definitely not something extremely extravagant. And also, as far as it goes for your Abarth 500, I know for a fact that Rice Man is starting to look at new cars, and since it's even lighter than his current EM2 Civic, I'll definitely suggest one to him. But I'm gonna go hang up those signs and install that radar detector. But until then, that's the first episode of Fan Mail with Ricer Boy. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and a big shout out to Mike J again for being so nice to send me all of that stuff, because that's just awesome, especially for the very first episode of Fan Mail with Ricer Boy. So firstly, guys, let's go over Ricer Boy's content. Now, something that's really easy to tell whenever you watch any of Ricer Boy's videos is that he clearly uses Adobe Premiere to make all of his videos. He uses some pretty basic transitions and video editing skills all in all, and when it comes down to the production quality of his videos, they're certainly better than average, although you can tell by the fact that his entire brand name is an impact font that he's clearly not a true expert at making content. More often than not, he uploads regularly, and he doesn't mind to spice things up by having a wide variety of different videos, whether it comes to skits, vlogs, or completely botched mods every now and then. Honestly, Ricer Boy's content is very varied, however, the production quality isn't the best it could be, which gives it a 7 for being better than average, but still not exceptional. So next would be Ricer Boy's realness. Because if there's one thing that Ricer Boy has in spades, it's transparency. Ricer Boy has no shame about being 17, owning a $2,200 car, making not exactly aesthetically pleasing mods all the time, and also being an idiot. Also, Ricer Boy has given his fans plenty of advice for growing up in life, and is also pretty insightful when it comes to some things, sometimes. Then, even though he has a fucking pitiful amount of subscribers, he's already done 2 giveaways. So, on his realness scale, I say he deserves a 9. Now for the third category, we're going to be looking at Ricer Boy's intelligence, and one of the downfalls of Ricer Boy as a channel is that the channel's content preys on portraying him as a not very knowledgeable car person. Ricer Boy has been famous for going to Mexico to do these little tire spins, and also when he got a straight pipe, revving in traffic just to get people's reactions. I feel so obnoxious right now. Ricer Boy is pretty fucking stupid when you think about it, just as any other 17-year-old guy would be. And because of that, I would put him just a bit below average for intelligence, giving him a slightly bad 4. So now going on to Ricer Boy's filmmaking skill, Ricer Boy is a bit better than you'd expect for this area. Ricer Boy doesn't exactly have the fanciest camera equipment. In fact, he's so fucking poor that he uses a camcorder from 2011 and his phone as his main recorders. However, Ricer Boy knows how to do post-production, and he honestly can get some pretty good angles sometimes, and for his skits, does some nice dramatic camera movements and zooms when appropriate. Also, it can be noted that Ricer Boy highly values audio quality and uses a ridiculously long mic that sometimes gets into the corner of shots for videos on occasion. Now, with Ricer Boy's early videos, he used to suck ass at using Adobe Premiere, yet the more he has made videos, the more he improves in quality, and because of that, I think he deserves a rightful 7 for video editing skill. Now, as for Ricer Boy's affiliated channels, Well, honestly, when it comes down to it, Ricer Boy is so fucking tiny that he only has one affiliated channel, Beamer Boy. Now apparently, if you haven't kept up with the news, Beamer Boy is Ricer Boy's also miscreant friend, who ran into a speed limit sign once, and because of that, even though they are a dynamic duo, he doesn't have much content. Now, to give Ricer Boy the benefit of the doubt, Beamer Boy just barely started his channel, not giving him enough time to make some better uploads. However, given that he only has one affiliated channel which is still developing, I'm gonna have to give Ricer Boy a 5 on this for just being average for the fact that he's a really tiny channel. Now, the 6th category is trend whoring, and this is something that I have to applaud Ricer Boy on to a huge extent. Throughout the life of his channel, Ricer Boy has never pandered to the Pokemon Go fans, has never made a fidget spinner video, has never played with slime, or done any stupid shit just to drum up some clickbait. To be honest, Ricer Boy should be the model on how to avoid the terrible, terrible trends out there, and because of that, he earns a 10 for never going into any trend. Well, at least besides the 10 things I hate about my car, but actually, I'll knock him down to a 9 for that one. Now, on to the 7th category for Ricer Boy, hate management. Now, Ricer Boy is better than a variety of other channels out there because he has not deleted a comment once, he has kept his like-dislike ratio on even though it has been bombed on plenty of his videos, and overall, Ricer Boy doesn't seem to mind the fact that there are a lot of people out there that think he's trash. This is probably in part due to the fact that Ricer Boy knows he's trash, but regardless, something that does irk me about Ricer Boy is why he decides to reply to almost every single negative comment directed towards him. Because given that Ricer Boy is a very aggressive and combative person, it definitely makes sense to me on why he'd want to fade with pretty much everyone in the comment section that's being an ignorant asshole in his view. So overall, considering the fact that he doesn't delete his comments or disable his likes, I'm going to have to give Ricer Boy a 7 in this. So the 8th category is social media, and when it comes to Ricer Boy, he has 3 different platforms that he's on. He has a Twitter profile, an Instagram profile, and a wheel well. Now, just to start off with his Twitter, it's kind of a barren wasteland since he made a shit ton of tweets on there that nobody ever saw and nobody ever liked. However, he's still trying his best, and he even made a meme once, which was decently funny, even though it was sort of an inside joke to everyone who watched a very specific video that didn't get very many views in the first fucking place. The most major knock I can have against Ricer Boy's Twitter is the fact that nobody particularly cares about it, and that he very infrequently updates it, unless if it's to sell his goddamn sticker. But from that, we can move on to Ricer Boy's Instagram, which is a bit more interesting in my personal opinion. Maybe it's the addition of photos, or the fact that Ricer Boy actually presents more than just cars on there, but Ricer Boy always likes to show his daily life, and sometimes he has some interesting things up there to see. Ricer Boy still has a pathetic amount of followers there, but at least he is presenting regular things there, besides just sticker advertisements. Even though they're still there anyways. And now, even though it can barely be considered as social media, the last thing to go over is Ricer Boy's wheel well account. Now, what at least seems stupid to me, which instantly jumps out to my eyes, is the fact that he literally plugs his YouTube channel in the goddamn wheel well page, just in case if there's anyone scrolling through and happens to think, I definitely want to subscribe to this teenage Ricer's YouTube channel. But regardless, I think he did a pretty good job at listing his mods, and even having a little bit of humility with the sort of shit that he's done to his car. It's also worth it to note that he has a pretty low mod score, which is exactly what you can expect from a broke 17-year-old with a $2,200 car. All things considered, Ricer Boy's social media score is a 7. So then, on to the second last category for Ricer Boy, which is fan support. And the thing that's good about Ricer Boy here is that he's actually doing a very good job. Now, inside sources have told me that Ricer Boy is preparing to do his first fan mail video, which is impressive for his paltry 1,400 subscribers. That and Ricerboy can definitely be applauded for the fact that he used his social media to drum up support for his giveaways when he did them, because doing 2 giveaways after passing 1,000 subscribers should be commended. So then, after all of that, factoring in all of Ricerboy's fan support, I'd have to say for how small of a channel he is, he gets a solid 8 out of 10. Now finally we're going to move on to driving skill, and here is where Ricerboy has a bit of an interesting history. See, when Ricerboy was a small child, his first video game that he ever played on a console was Gran Turismo 4 for the PlayStation 2, and from playing that at a young age, he actually got really good at racing, and this also applied to go-karts later on, and when he decided to learn to drive for the first time himself. Ricerboy is definitely a better than average driver, although something that definitely needs to be noted is that he goddamn over-revved his car like a fucking idiot. Now he's probably gonna go up in his video and say, "Oh, it was all my shift linkage fault." But in my personal opinion, I think Ricerboy is just blowing smoke out his ass. Ricerboy has definitely had a variety of experiences, and with his super expensive racing wheel that he uses for fucking video games, he better be decently good. Although that misshift is pretty unforgivable, so I'm gonna have to give him a 7 out of 10, since he's just barely better than average. So then, with all of the math put together, Ricerboy, the most hated car YouTuber on the internet, gets a 70 out of 100. And also the staple for being the only car YouTuber famous for dissing other car YouTubers. That's it for this one, guys. Roastin' Robert is out.